Hey guys, welcome to this little mini episode. For this episode, it's just going to be a little intro for the podcast in general, for me and Carlos. That way, you guys can get to know us a little bit better. We're going to answer a series of questions, just a little bit like of an about me setup. So, my name is Isabella Loya. I'm 19. I'm currently located in El Paso, Texas, on the border, little 915 Sun City. I currently attend UTEP, University of Texas at El Paso. I am a biology major and I am actually starting my senior year of university this semester with the hopes to graduate hopefully by spring of 24. If not, then I'll be graduating in the fall of 24. I do have my associate's degree with El Paso Community College. So I finished my associates before I graduated high school. And so now I'm attending UTEP and hopefully I'll have my bachelor's by the time I'm 20. So I'll be pretty much exceeded in life before I hit 21. So now I'm going to introduce you to my partner, Carlos. Carlos, you want to go ahead and talk about yourself for a little bit?
Yes, of course. I love talking about myself. Hello everybody. My name is Carlos, but some people know me as Charlie and others know me as Carlitos. Yeah, my full name, my full government, soon to be government name is Carlos Antonio Mascorro. Yep. And I was about to say 17. I am not 17 anymore. I am 18.
Oh
Oh Lord,
no.
a
Oh
full adult
no.
of society. Um, I am currently located in Houston, Texas. I also do not know why I started with that one because yeah, I mean I just moved, so I'm not used to saying I'm like located in Houston. But yeah, because I'm attending Rice University, so that is why I'm here. But also I gotta rep my like where I'm from, my land. Um, I was born in Brownsville, Texas, but most of my life I lived in between cities. So I'm from Matamoros, Tamaulipas, and that's where my family is from in Mexico. So yeah. And I am currently majoring in history, with a minor in the study of women, gender, and sexuality. Again at Rice University. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Uh,
Oh my
um,
God. You stay ripping rice, bro.
but anyways, yeah, that's a little bit about me. Also, just because Isabella mentioned her associates, I'll literally put mine too. Yeah, I got associates before I graduated from high school as well with the Texas Southmost College. Exactly. And I plan to graduate. I'm currently a freshman at Rice, so I I mean, I don't know why you're calling that an L. I mean, I'm a freshman at Rice University. Thank you.
No, shut up. Don't hate on step,
But
okay? Not too loud. Damn.
exactly. Anyways, I plan to graduate hopefully in the spring of 2027. Yep, 2027. But you know what? It's okay because I'm planning on doing a 4+1 program, which means that I'm going to do my master's while I'm working towards my undergraduates, and then I just have to do one more year after my undergraduate, and I'd get my master's. So that's
Oh
currently what I'm trying to work towards. So yeah. Mhm.
my
Yeah.
God. That is awesome. Okay, that's awesome. One, Loki kind of jelly because YouTube doesn't have a program like that. But that's so cool.
Yeah.
Heck. Oh my God.
So that's what I'm working on towards right now. And so like the next thing that we should mention is why we had an interest in working with Tasso. So Isabella, I don't know if you want to go first.
Yeah. I had an interest in working with TASA because I just wanted to get out there. I wanted to seek other opportunities that weren't in the STEM aspect because my entire way through high school, I was just STEM, 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 like science, science. Like I wanted to know, even though like I grew up um around STEM stuff, like I wanted to see what else was out there in the world because not everything is just STEM. And then I also had a family member who works with TASA, and she was always talking about her work and what they would do and the projects and the conferences, and it all just sounded super like super interesting. And so when she told me that there was internship opportunities, I took it. Like I took the opportunity to apply for the internship and I got it. And I was just super excited to be able to work with this type of people, with this type of energy, this environment. And yeah, I was just looking for new opportunities and I was blessed with a new opportunity and I've been enjoying it so far. So yeah. And what about you?
Yeah, that's been my experience too. I mean, I obviously had a different interest. Well, not different, but like, I had my own experience with why I was interested in working with Tasa. But I mean, yeah, I've had fun so far. Um, the way I kind of got involved with Tasa was because before this year I had like more of an affiliation with like the local like domestic violence shelter and also rape crisis center in Brownsville. And so usually I was mostly like not saying working, but like I would just attend like meetings with the primary prevention educators at Friendship of Women. So I kind of started doing that my junior year of high school. And then kind of like at the end of my junior year and beginning of my senior year, I actually joined their youth advisory committee, and so I was able to be more involved in like the prevention movement. I mean, as a youth, but I still it was something that I was really interested in. So I kept going. We had some events to like spread like prevention education, I guess, in the youth of Brownsville. Um, and from then on, we just kind of had different opportunities to do stuff in the prevention movement. And so one of those was to attend like a data analysis retreat, I think it was with Tulsa in this year in January. And so like obviously I attended on behalf of the youth advisory committee with Friendship of Women. And so that's kind of how I met like some of the team prevention in Tulsa. And I mean I just kind of kept in touch with them and then I was offered the opportunity to work with them as an intern, and I was super excited because like like I mean I love what the prevention movement does in general, so I would just kind of wanted to be a more active member of that. And so yeah, that's how I started. And I mean, yeah, I've been having fun, a lot of fun so far, especially like at the beginning of the internship, because I feel like now with school starting, it's kind of like, I guess, hindered a little bit of like the type, like just connecting and building with like the prevention team in general, but I still think it's important um stuff we're doing here.
Yeah, I agree. It was fun. It is still fun. But I feel like now with school starting, it's kind of like, ah, okay. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, but it'll be cool. We're almost done. We're on week 10 of 13. Like that's insane. Time has been going by super quick, ridiculously quick. And I'm excited for what these last 4 weeks have in store for us, like literally. The next question we have is about our experience. So like so far we've done a few projects. We did our COP, which was pretty great. I had a really fun time building that with you. And presenting it was cool too. Like having all of the attendees actually involved and actually participating in activities was really, really fun and really appreciative to see. Um, and right now we're working on our second project, which is our podcast, which is where this is going to, and which will hopefully wrap up by the time we come back from Institute. And then we're also working on our workshop that we will be presenting at Institute as well in Houston, actually. So that'll be a pretty fun time too. So overall, 10 tens. Literally, this has been the best summer in like a really long time for me. Like, it's been great.
Yeah, I think my experience has kind of been the same as far as like it being really fun. I've had a lot of fun this summer. Which yeah, I mean, now that I think about it, yeah, it's been the most fun I've had in the summer in a while. But yeah, just in general, like working with Tulsa has taught me a lot. Specifically, I think for me about like what I want to do, what I want to put into the world, I guess, and what I like my values in general. And I think that's a really like the opportunity to work with this many wonderful people has just been like really like, I mean, I don't want to say blessing because I'm not religious, but you know, I'd consider it a blessing anyway. Yeah, I mean, I just feel like, I mean, you kind of went through it all, like all of the stuff we've done so far. And I mean, I think at every step of the way, there was just like I felt like I was doing something of value. And so I think it's all been really, really important to me for sure.
Yeah, I've learned a lot in just these few weeks that we've been working with Tasa. Like I'll find myself like when I'm having like conversations with my family, I'll be like, oh yeah, I learned this at work. Or like I'll talk and they're like, where did you learn that? I was like, oh, I learned it at work. I learned it with this. Like getting to work with a team and like having insight from every single different person, like it's it's like grown. It's like made me grow, especially with the things that I know now and what I can put out there. Like I feel so badass when I'm like, oh yeah, I learned that at work. Like, ooh, it makes me feel so good because I feel like I'm learning and I'm growing, which is one of the things that I wanted to get out of this internship was to learn and to grow more. And that's exactly what I'm doing. And I love it. I love it so much. Okay, so now this leads us to our more fun questions. So our next one is what are we obsessed with right now? Carlos, do
Ooh, you want to go first? Or do you want
you
me to answer
want
that?
Yes, of course.
I always have to say music. Like I'm always just like
Uh,
that's my thing that's taking over my. But you know
Ooh,
what? I'm not as much with the Spider-Man soundtrack anymore as I was.
yeah.
I think everybody knows that I was like obsessed with the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse actually, my bad. Soundtrack. But now do you want to know the lore? I mean, I'm down to overshare with our listeners right now.
Do
Like I
it.
really
Overshare. Oh my God, overshare. Do it.
okay. So okay, so there's this person that that did like an Instagram takeover for their own, you know, like not association, but like the point is they had an Instagram page and they did an Instagram takeover. And so they were talking about like the kind of music they liked. And then they were like, okay, now go stream this certain album by this certain artist. And I was like, oh, okay, let me listen to it. And so I did, and I was like, okay, like that's good. But then I kind of forgot about it. And so I was like, um, so I met this person in person now that I'm at Rice, because yeah, it's a Rice person. And like I don't know, it's been really cool with them and stuff like that. And I like I'm just gonna say I have a little eye crush on them. Um,
No. Oh my God. Okay.
yeah, yeah. So like this person reminded me of like the album, and I was like, ooh, maybe I should give it another listen because I remember I liked it when I listened to it the first time. And I did. And then like I don't know, like this album has kind of been accompanying me through the beginning of my college life. So I don't know, I feel like I already kind of like grew an attachment to the album. So I'm like obsessed. I'm obsessed with it right now. It's called My 21st Century Blues by Ray. And so
Okay.
I'm like obsessed. I'm obsessed. I can't. But yeah,
Okay,
I've listened to it.
I've never listened to that, so I will look it up right now.
You should. And actually, I have to look up like the lyrics and like the meanings behind the lyrics, but like I know that from what I've heard and from what I've analyzed already from the lyrics of the album, it's like super interesting and like impacting just because like actually it has to do with like the work we do. Ray talks a lot about, especially in the song, I think it's called Ice Cream Man. She talks about her experiences with sexual assault and with yeah, different her different, you know, like experiences with that and just like I think it's kind of like for her it's a song where she takes back that power and like just like kind of denounces like all the men in her life that have harmed her and stuff. So I think it's a really impactful song and album in general. I mean, I think all of it talks about like her experiences with I wouldn't say just that specific area, but like in general, her experience with the results of misogyny and patriarchal violence. I think that would sum up kind of like some of the songs that she has on that album. So I really, really am obsessed. I am obsessed.
That sounds super interesting. I will give it a listen. I also am obsessed with music right now. I'm obsessed with Zach Bryan's new self-titled. It came out earlier this week, last week, I think last week on the 20 something of August. And I've been listening to it nonstop. I was excited because I'm in my country girl era. I've been in it since the beginning of the summer. And I think it's coming to a wrap up because I don't know. I feel like it's been too much country going on right now. It's kind of odd for me. Even my friends are like, you've been listening to a lot of country recently. And I'm like, because that's like all I have in my recently added. And it's yeah, that's all I have right now. And yeah, I'm obsessed with the songs Hey Driver, Tourniquet, and Smaller Axe. I dedicate Tourniquet to all of my friends out there, dedicated to you, Carlos. Like literally, I love the song Tourniquet. It's such a cute song, and I feel like I can relate to it the most. And yeah, that's my obsession right now with I'm just obsessed with Zach Bryan right now. He's great.
With who? I'm just kidding.
Funny. You're funny. You're so funny. Just we get it. You don't like country, but damn. Damn, okay? Keep it to a minimum here. I'm not here for these
Mhm.
negative vibes on country, okay?
I don't know. I guess I'm not gonna tussle with you right now because I know we got some country, unfortunately, music listeners out there, and you know, okay, like we we're all allowed to have opinions, even if they're wrong, especially about whether
Oh
music
my
is
God.
good.
You act like if not you act like if earlier in the internship you weren't like, oh my God, John Party actually has a good song.
No, I said my mom said John Party has good
No, no,
songs.
no. No, 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 that is not correct. I will literally upload
Well,
this.
I said one song in particular, and I stand by that. Listen, Heartache on the Dance Floor is okay,
No,
but
no,
is
no,
it
no, no.
good? I don't know about
No, you said it was a good song. You said it was a good song. I will upload the screenshot into this outro.
that. No,
I
no.
will. I will do it. So this leads us to our next question, which is what does our future job slash occupation look like?
For me, like I mentioned before, I'm kind of trying to do my 4+1 program, and that would be a master's in art. I mean, a master of arts in teaching. And so obviously I do want to do something with education, but right now I'm kind of still debating on whether I would get I'm still actually debating on whether I should get my master's or not even. But just specifically on whether I should like go into the workforce as soon as I'm done with my master's and start teaching at a high school, or if I should just be pre-grad as well and just immediately, or like almost immediately go into graduate school after I'm done with whether my undergraduate degree or my master's. So yeah, I would probably be going into graduate school for history, probably, since depending on whether I want to stay at Rice or not, and if I can stay at Rice or not. I was thinking of doing if it's with Rice, I'd have to do my doctorates in history. And well, my plan originally was to get a doctorate, and specifically a dual doctorate degree with Rice. That a program that it offers is kind of like doing 1 year or 1 year and a half at Rice, and then doing a year and a half in Mexico City with an institute of history in Mexico City. So that's kind of like what the plan was until recently, that I got to Rice, and now I'm like, there's so many options, there's so many things to do. I don't know. But either way, the plan is to eventually go into graduate school, and um hopefully teach at the higher education level. So that's kind of what I want to do.
That's cool. Yeah, don't worry. I'm in the same loop of I don't know what I'm currently doing because like I had my mindset on becoming going to med school period. I had my mindset on going to med school. I was gonna get my major in bio, which I'm still doing. And then from med school, it went to I want to work with animals and I want to do vet school instead. And I had my eyes set on vet school my entire time through high school, even a little time after. And then recently, I've just been like, I don't know. I'm kind of like still trying to explore my options, even though I still want to do something in the medical field, whether it's with humans or with animals. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure I'll end up going into the vet school like route because I love working with animals. Doesn't matter what they are or who or what or who where they are. I love working with animals with anything big, small. I don't know. But I was if I go into vet school, I really want to focus with horses with equine veterinary medicine. So I feel like that would be a very cool opportunity. And for that, I would probably end up going to either Colorado State, which is where I was going to go for my undergrad, so I could do the veterinary path there, or to Texas A&M, or to Texas Tech. So I have a few options here if I decide what I'm going to do, and I have an option in Colorado if I wanted to. So I'm also gonna hopefully choose soon what's gonna be up with that. So yeah.
Yeah. I forgot to mention, I'm still considering law school, so
No
that's not
way.
out of the card.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh my
I
God.
know.
That's so cool. That's
Oh, actually, yeah, because I forgot to mention that is still something I'm considering. Not, specifically, not just law school, but there are some universities that have like a JD slash PhD program, so I'd be able to get my law degree um in conjunction with my yeah, law degree with my PhD. And so I'd probably be able to teach law. So I don't know. I still don't know if that's what I want to do. Um, but I'm in the process of like going to professor's office hours and going to career advisors. So that's kind of what I want to do so that I can kind of figure it out before I'm any longer in my undergraduate path because I don't want to take classes that I'm not gonna need or like that are not gonna help me in my interests at all. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. But yeah.
yeah, that's badass. Whatever you do, just know that you will be a badass at what you do. Please. It's gonna be great.
Tell me something I don't know. But thank you.
Calm down. Like pipe down a little bit. Pipe down, please. Okay, so our next question after that is going back to music. Who's your favorite music artist? Go. Don't even think about it. Go.
Oh,
Thinking. Why are you
no,
thinking?
I
Just
have
go.
to think about it. You're just giving me one option to say one artist, and I love so many artists, so much music. I literally can't. What? Why wasn't I aware this was a question?
You're thinking about
Hold
it,
on.
and now you're going through your music. No, it's supposed to be just the first person that pops into your head. Go.
Nope.
Whoa.
Maybe you should go first.
Me? Okay.
Yes.
First person that pops into my head right now, Zach Bryan. But also Harry Styles on the side. Hey. No hate here, but also Harry Styles. I literally, Harry Styles was an era of mine and still is on the low key, but like not as much as it was because I'm in my country girl era. But yeah, for sure, Zach Bryan right now and Harry Styles. Those are my top two for sure.
Mm, okay. See, you were supposed to say one. You were supposed
Hey,
to say
hey,
one.
hey, you're still thinking about yours. You're scrolling through your music while I already had mine in my head, okay?
No, I have mine, but I don't know if that's really the one I want to put out into the world and then be judged by everyone.
What do you mean? So you're judging me?
Yeah, I am judging you hard.
That's crazy.
How dare you say Zach Bryan? That's crazy.
It's because he's good. Have you not heard like his new album? Like it's great. Like
No,
the
I
song Something in the Orange. Oh my God, it's so good.
I don't know about that, but you do you, girl.
Or his song Revival. Oh my God, also good. You're still
Ciao.
thinking? You're still thinking. This was
Oh,
supposed to be a
oh
quick
my
question.
God. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go with Lady Gaga.
Okay.
Yes,
Lady Gaga's
I
good.
have to. Yes, I literally I'm not in my obsessed era with her right now, but during the pandemic I was super obsessed with her. I know the entire album of Chromatica. I I won't say I know all the songs from all her albums, although I did have my era where like I knew every single song that was on the This Is Lady Gaga playlist on Spotify. Um, but yeah, like I know I will return to that because her music is just so good. And honestly, for me, music has more to do with like the meanings of the songs and also just kind of like also like what I was going through when I listened to certain music. So I guess I just have to vibe with it as well. But also like a lot of it has to do with like the significance and the importance of the music. So I feel like Lady Gaga for me just like reminds me of a lot of stuff. Um and just like a lot of the music that she makes. I really like the meaning behind some of her songs. So yeah, that's why I love Lady Gaga.
We love Lady Gaga. She's cool.
And plus she's a gay icon, so
She is. We love her. Okay. So to wrap up this little intro episode, our last question is why did we start this podcast in the first place? So,
ooh. Okay.
yeah, I could go.
Okay, cool.
So for the internship, we had certain requirements or projects that we had to complete, and one of them was a self-selected project, and we had absolutely no idea what our project was going to be. We were like going back and forth between ideas, and then we came up with a podcast. And we were like, why not? Let's get together, talk about some topics, some juicy topics, and put it on the internet because why not? So that's why we started this podcast because I feel like it's a great way to be able to express ourselves, like just the two of us talking and having a conversation about different topics, coming from two completely different people, completely different backgrounds, like quite literally different locations. And I feel like it was just a great way for the two of us to be able to, I guess, talk about certain things. So, yeah.
Yeah, you kind of said it all. I think that one sounds like a group effort kind of question because yeah, I mean, I think we were both thinking along the same lines as a like we kind of just wanted to share our perspectives as young adults. I mean, young people in general. Um that especially like specifically to like the prevention years to we wanted to give prevention years more resources and on youth perspective, so I think that that was a big one for why we created this podcast.
Yeah, and for other people and for our listeners to be able to hear the youth perspective too, and to be
Yeah,
able to see where we come from certain like topics and situations, for them to be able to hear us out quite literally when we have certain things to voice about certain topics. So, yeah. So that was the end of our little intro. Hope you guys enjoyed getting to know us a little bit better, and we hope you enjoy our podcast.
thank you for tuning into the BB show.
Yes, BBs, because we have big brains, big, beautiful, bright brains that are super smart. And
Yeah,
yeah, so tune
thank you
in.
so much for tuning in.
Yes,
This was Carlos, the best youth intern that Tulsa has ever had, and the second best, Isabella.
you say this every time, and I will keep saying that it's all in your
Well,
brain.
because it's the truth. That's why I keep mentioning it. You gotta spread the truth. That's
Okay,
all I have.
okay. I will let you keep this just for right now.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But for also for everyone.
Uh-huh. Okay.
All
Bye,
right.
guys.
Bye. Thank you so much.